Hi, Kitty Pies, this is Nikia, and I am coming to you with Season 5, Episode 6, The Real Housewives of Potomac, the text heard round the lake house. So they pick up where they left off with this huge fight. Ashley's talking about Monique. Monique was talking about Ashley. Excuse me, not Monique, but Wendy. Wendy calls Ashley a B. Karen says that's not right. I haven't done that in years. They run the text. Karen, it's been 2 years. You've done it or whatever. But they just agree to disagree. Wendy's not backing down. Ashley's not backing down. She's not giving Ashley an apology. So we move on from there. And we see that Candace and Wendy talk. And Wendy, again, says she's not going to back down. We see that Candace says in her confessional, she doesn't really agree with that. You just met the girl and you're calling her fake and everything. So she doesn't truly agree with that. But we don't see her actually tell Wendy that. And I think, tell her. I like friends that just say what they have to say to the friend and not in the confessional. But we don't know. She might have just said it to her and we just didn't see it. Moving on from there. So Giselle and Monique have a pancake cook-off. Giselle wins. Her pancakes, they looked really pretty, but they didn't taste as great. Monique wins, excuse me. And Giselle's pancakes looked horrible. They didn't look great, but they tasted really well. And I don't know. It was just something to fill the space, y'all. So moving on from that, Ashley's in her room and with the baby and the closed door, and she says Michael closed a big deal. And she tries to call him and she doesn't reach him. She says she figures because he had a big night out and everything. So she knew he probably would not answer. And then she says it's easy to be without Michael because he's never really there. So it's not like this is something that is different from her, being on this trip and not having him there to help her with baby Dean. So 12 hours later, we see Candace receives a text. And the text is, of course, about Michael. So then they go back and Monique's husband was supposed to cook, but he doesn't want to. He's like, I'm just going to cater. And she's like, I'm going to put this in a box with all the other things on a shelf next to Candace. And you could tell Monique's husband is starting to get on her nerves because it's always like she has to cater to him. She has to do things that he wants. She has to make sure he's happy with everything. But he doesn't show that same consideration with her. I understand, girl, because I was married once. I understand. But then we see that Wendy and Giselle talk. And Giselle pretty much tells Wendy, I want to get to know you. But after last night, seeing how you acted towards Ashley, because Wendy has not had great moments when it comes to Ashley. But she was like, but after last night, seeing how you reacted to Ashley, I don't know if I want to get to know you. And she said, Giselle just says, with her messy self. I like Giselle, though. She just says, Wendy, you should be more mad at Karen, because Karen is the one going around here talking about she doesn't know you. She doesn't know you, and then she said something about like her CNN gig, where because she goes on and she commentates and everything, commentator for CNN and all the different news places. But anyways, Giselle's pretty much like, I would think you would be more mad at Karen, and you gave Karen no energy, but you gave it all to Ashley. And so here goes Wendy getting upset because she's like, oh, Karen's saying all this about me or whatever. But anyways, here we're gonna move on from that. So then we see so then they go out and they want to go fishing, which y'all knew y'all were going to a lake house. Like, they're really complaining, but you knew it was a lake. I guess I'm from Texas, and when you say we're going to a lake house, I know it's campfire, it's fishing, it's just relax. You're not gonna do anything. You're not gonna get reception. So all these ladies trying to, I can't get a reception. I can't get any bars. Like, duh. Like, what did you think? What would you think was gonna happen? But I don't know. Maybe it's different at other lake houses, but I've never went to one where you've gotten reception. It's just it's just rest time. That's all you're going to do is you're going to rest. You're going to enjoy company with your people. You might watch a little TV, but you're gonna like have a campfire. You're gonna go, you're gonna go to the lake. You're gonna fish. You do all those type of things. Just chill out. That's all you're really going to do when you go to a lake house. So I don't know why they kept trying to call their husbands and get like and FaceTime with them and every like, girl, you're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get that good of rate of reception. You might be able to text them or something, but that's about it. But anyway, so they go fishing and stuff, and Giselle is complaining about having to fish, and Monique is just like, listen, I'm about to enjoy myself. So she's paddling along on her little canoe, and Robin and Candace are struggling on their canoe. But anyways, that's pretty much how it was. So that leaves Karen, because they're out in the water, so that leaves Karen, Ashley, Wendy, and Giselle to sit on the deck because they didn't want to do all that. But they're fishing, and Wendy says, she tells Ashley, we talked, and your name came up, and Ashley was like, okay, gosh, I was the type of the conversation. But Wendy apologizes. She lets Ashley know my delivery was wrong. I shouldn't have called you out of your name, and all. And what can you say? She apologized, and she just said, I'm going through postpartum. I really miss my daughter. And, she just wished she had brought her child too. And Ashley can understand that because she's going through postpartum as well. And so, Candace gets emotional because I guess I apologize because I was like, girl, you've had 3 children. Why could you just, but hearing what she went through, what all she went through with her daughter, okay, I understand more now, but I think she should have relayed that in the beginning, and then we would have understand more of what she had been going through. Excuse me. Hello? This is Lanikia Dennis. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I went to the doctor yesterday, so I had to make sure everything was good. Alright. So I think if Wendy had just said that in the beginning, then we would have been like, okay, we get it, or whatever, instead of just blowing up at Ashley. But anyways, they agreed to apologize and work, from there to get to know each other because they have a lot in common. As far being new mothers with their struggle and going through right now, they have that in common. So, and then here goes Karen. I don't know what to believe about Wendy. Like 1 minute she's, claws out, the next minute she's crying. I don't know who she is, but people go through that, especially if you're dealing with postpartum. So Karen, stop it. Okay. So then they go back to the house and they're so bored. But so Giselle comes up with this game of Lady of the Lake, and it's between Candace and Ashley. And so they're doing this like pageant like thing, and Giselle is asking them questions like she asks Candace, how does it feel to be so short? And Ashley about the forehead. And I like their answers. They were very classy with their answers, but Candace did end up winning that part of the Lady of the Lake. Because she can really sing, and Ashley twerked, and Ashley's okay. But anyways, they go out so then they go get dressed up, and before they get dressed up, Candace has received this text message, and it's just about Ashley's husband Michael, and they're saying he was out last night, and he talking about he had a husband. He has a wife and a boyfriend. He was trying to find somebody to take home. Candace goes over to Giselle because she's like, I don't want any parts of this. Like, Ashley and I are just now getting back to where we're, building a relationship. And they're starting to become, they're tiptoeing around being friends or whatever. They respect each other at this point. And she doesn't want to relay this. I feel where Candace messed up is going to the Giselle. Now, that's just my opinion. Just going to the Giselle. You're building a relationship with Ashley. Don't involve anyone else in this text message. Go straight to Ashley and just explain yourself. I didn't want to tell anyone else. I only wanted to come to you because we're building this relationship. This is what someone sent me. Do what you will. If you want to talk about it, I'm here. If you don't, but I'm not going to tell any of the other ladies because that's how I felt. But she goes to Giselle, and Giselle is like, clutches my pearls. But she says, we gotta tell her, and all of this. So they go out to this dinner, and they're all just having a good time and everything. Um, and they talk about their husbands. And Karen says Ray misses her, but he at this point of his life, he wants to play golf and he wants to do other things. He doesn't really it's not like what it used to be when he would be like, oh baby, I miss you, I love you, I can't wait to see you again. He's not like that anymore. He's just like, all right, good talking to you, let me go and play golf and stuff like that. And Monique says she wants Chris to think of her sometimes, and because she set him all up with nannies, cares for someone to care for their kids, all of those things, and she would like him to do that for her. And Giselle's like, do it for yourself. And Robin says, I understand what Monique is talking about. She said, but one was like that as well, but they had financial troubles, and it knocked one off his pedestal because they were these men that are athletes or multimillionaires or very wealthy. They usually have people, they're, in the top of their profession. They usually have people catering to them all the time. So why wouldn't their wife cater to them? If that makes sense. And she says that she doesn't know if, unless they have financial troubles or something, if Monique's husband will ever change. And I get what Monique was saying. Like, if I'm doing, I'm always catering to you. I'm always making sure you're good. Every now and then, make sure I'm good. That's all. So then Wendy says about Karen. She was like, I don't know about Karen. She's not really real about what's going on. I don't know. I'm over that. So then we see where Giselle wants Candace to tell Ashley about the text and everything. She was like, are you gonna tell her? I don't think the dinner is the right place to tell her. But, that is what it is. So, anyways, that was the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 5, Episode 6. That was that episode. It was, listen, this is just a filler episode to get to the nitty-gritty with Michael and Ashley. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy. Stay safe. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. And I will see you on the next one.